Well, good morning again, and thank you for attending our virtual service this morning. My name is Reverend James Parker, and it's just such a pleasure to be with you. Well, now that we've gotten ourselves ready and we're allowing ourselves to transform into the expression of God as we come into this morning's truth, let us jump right into it. My lesson title for today is Discover Serendipity. Discover serendipity. This is a very important topic, especially for those who are on a spiritual path or who are looking forward to becoming open to God's prosperity. You must allow yourself to come into the unexpected as well. You see, serendipity is when what looks like a chance event results in a happy accident or a beneficial outcome for you. It often defies logic and it can't easily be explained. Webster's dictionary describes serendipity as the occurrence and development of an event by chance in happiness and a beneficial way. We can also look at serendipity as a gift of making fortunate discoveries by accident. The word serendipity was coined by the 18th century English author Horace Walpole, and it goes by the former name of serendip. A situation is serendipitous when something unexpected or beneficial transpires while you're seeking for something else. It's actually when you are miraculously being led by Spirit or the universe into a different direction. Most of us view a serendipitous event as luck or chance. The discovery of penicillin is an excellent example of serendipity. When Sir Alexander Fleming returned from a prolonged vacation, he found that his assistants left dirty petri dishes in his lab. He observed that one of the dishes was void of bacterial growth, though mold was present. This observation of mold-killing bacteria led to the discovery of penicillin and has since saved countless lives. Serendipity can also be those events in life that initially seem unfavorable, though in hindsight, we realize how fortunate we are to have experienced them. They can be very substantial or very small in nature. So often experiencing serendipity can start to seem like a painful situation, like something bad or disastrous is happening to you. You may start to think, poor me, what is happening? Why is this happening to me? Friends, detours, surprises, disappointments, and failures, they are a part of life, a part of the path that we walk. Shift happens. These circumstances, they show up, but we always think that they have no apparent benefit. We usually look at them as being setbacks. We often walk away with feelings of letdown, distress, frustration, or embarrassment. Then years later, we realize that these events weren't setbacks at all, but something much more significant. It was serendipity. Justice Benjamin Cardozo, in speaking of serendipity, he said, like many of the finest things in life, like happiness and tranquility and fame, the gain that is most precious is not the thing sought, but the one that comes itself in search of something else. What he's saying is that our biggest gains, our most precious gains, are usually going to come from someplace we're not even looking. In the Bible, in the book of John, chapter 5, there's a story of a man who was lame and paralyzed and blind. He had many infirmities. He heard of a legend in a place called the Pool of Bethesda. Legend had it that once a year an angel would come down and stir the pool. And the first one to get in the pool would be healed. For 38 years, this man made his way down to the pool of Bethesda, but would always leave disappointed without a healing. One year, while there at the pool, Jesus came upon him. And Jesus asked him, "Do you want to be healed?" The man said, "Yes. Yes, I want to be healed, but no one will help me into the pool. They just keep walking over me." Jesus said to him, "Pick up your mat and walk." The man rose to his feet, picked up his mat, and walked away. This is a story of serendipity. Although the man sought his blessings in the pool of Bethesda, there was a different plan for him. There was a different expectation coming forth. He was healed in a different way, a way that he wasn't even looking for. Serendipity is called the journey within the journey. And for spiritual types, it's called the path within the path. We are all on a journey, and if we're really willing to listen to God, if we're really willing to believe that Spirit can become present in our lives in every moment, then we must leave a little wiggle room for God's plan to unfold in our lives. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declared the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you joy, hope, and a future." Friends, God has a plan for all of us. But are you willing to take action, to become open to God's plan for you? You know, we rarely experience happiness or joy when we're laying in bed with the covers pulled over us, or sitting around watching television hoping for things to change. We must take action. We must move and see the wonders of God coming forth in our lives. We must become open to see what's next on our journey, to see God's greater plan unfolding for us. I recently heard a true story of a young man. He was 19 years old. He worked at a place that required very hard manual labor. From sunup to sundown, he spent his time picking up scrap pieces of heavy iron. One day, to his dismay, a heavy piece of iron fell on his kneecap. He was in great pain. His company immediately told him to go have his knee x-rayed because his kneecap may be broken. He went to the doctor and had the x-ray taken. At the bottom of the x-ray, the doctor wrote, "Kneecap okay, not broken." Another doctor at the same hospital was on break one day. He went to get a cup of coffee and sat down at his desk. He then began to look around for something to read. He couldn't find a magazine, so he decided to test himself by reading x-rays. So on his desk was this huge pile of x-rays ready to be taken to be filed. As he moved the x-rays, one of the x-rays fell out of the pile. He picked it up and looked at it and saw immediately that the x-ray showed definitely that there was cancer of the bone. He looked at the bottom of the x-ray and saw that it was written, "Kneecap okay, not broken." He found the young man's name and phone number and gave him a call and said, "I have bad news for you. You have cancer of the bone. And unless you have surgery right away, you could lose your leg. This is serious. If you don't take immediate action, you could lose your life." The young man went in and had the surgery, and it prolonged his life. In fact, he lived a rich, full life. By chance or serendipity, he would have never discovered the cancer had that piece of iron not fallen on his kneecap. And then, by chance, the doctor read the x-ray and discovered the problem. Does the universe have many tricks up its sleeve? Yes. Yes, it does. But in your favor, there are wondrous things that will occur in your life if you're willing to see and catch God's blessing in them. You are being moved in a way so that you may change for your highest and best. Become open to the gifts of spirit. There's a word regarding serendipity that I absolutely love. It's an ancient word from an old Persian fairy tale called abacatastasis. It means if something occurs in your life today that looks like absolute disaster, good is going to come out of it. Look back on your life for a moment. Many of the things that you have experienced that you think have happened or considered to be disturbing, disastrous, or heartfelt issues in the moment actually turned out to be the greatest blessings. Abacatastasis. Thank God it occurred. Had it not transpired, you may still be stuck in that place, in that rut, in that challenge, in that difficulty, never able to move in a new and different direction. When we are aware of God's presence in our lives, and we become willing to be changed or uplifted, we see beyond the immediate experience and know that every event is connected to something higher. What am I saying? Simply take action today. Expect the unexpected and become open to Spirit's plan, joy, and guidance. Now, there are 3 qualifications you will need on your journey. 1, great expectations. You know, you will probably meet most of the goals in your life, but some of you will find a hidden goal within your original goal that is something better. Allow yourself the flexibility to expect great opportunities to come forth in your life and remain optimistic while you go through an experience, knowing that God is going to bring his greater plan into fruition for you. Number 2, great sublimation. I know it's a big word, but great sublimation. It's the ability to change, to modify, to transform, to turn lemons into lemonade. Friends, don't allow yourself to be stubborn, stiff-necked. Don't spend your time trying to have your mind made up or to hold rigid to a thought. Allow yourself the flexibility to be transformed, to be changed at any moment. Come into a new expression today. And then number 3, great observation. Be aware. See the majesty and wonder in God coming into your life in the moment. Allow yourself to look at things as already being good. See the good in yourself. See the good in others. See the good in life. Allow yourself to come forth knowing that God's good is always raining down upon you, and see yourself moving in a way that your gifts come forth. Friends, your mission, if you're willing to accept it, is to spend your time on this path, on this journey, with great expectations, with great sublimation, and great observation. Can you do that for me? Friends, think about this. Louis Pasteur, he said, chance favors the prepared mind. Are you prepared? Are you ready for your good? Are you open to God's plan? If you are, let's get started. When you are experiencing a setback, trust it is happening to you to guide you to something better. When you are facing something that seems less than perfect, a business issue, a relationship challenge, when you're dealing with a health concern, know that it is happening for a reason. and expect that something greater is going to evolve from the situation. Don't look for fault in moments of mental, physical, or emotional challenge. Look for the coming of your blessings. Look for something entirely different. By shifting out of the poor me attitude and expecting something better, you will not only be influencing your creative energy to bring you something exponentially more beneficial, you will also be allowing the Spirit of God's plan to begin working in your life, providing you with health and wealth, providing you with miracles and grace, providing you with blessings, spiritual transformation, and prosperity in abundance. Abacatastasis. Are you willing to do this with me today? Well, thank you all, and God bless you. Well, we come to that moment in our time, in our service, where we open our hearts to give. And giving is a part of our expression of coming forth in our perfect nature. Giving is the preparation we put out there so that we may reap our gifts. Now, there are 3 ways that you can give. You can press the donate button there on our website, or you can text your gift to 773-492-8772. And always send us a check to 2650 West Montrose Avenue, Suite 110, Chicago, Illinois, 60618. And now I want you to take that gift, take the energy of that gift so that we may send it forth and say our offertory blessing together. Divine love, richly flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way. And so it is. Friends, if you prayed that prayer, you are moving energy. You are moving substance. Open your heart now. Open yourself up to claim your prosperity. It's on its way. And now, let us say just a simple blessing for our gifts, for our lives, for the good we have for our families and friends. Heavenly Mother, Father, everything, God, thank you for these gifts. Thank you for the people, the expressions that are coming forth into my life. Allow us now to move in a way where these gifts bring forth energy and light, where our pockets are filled, our bank accounts are overflowing, where we are unburdened, and where we are flexible and open to being changed and transformed. We see your light working. We know your expression simply brings forth prosperity, perfect health, and love into our lives. And we accept it now in the name and the very nature of the living Spirit. And so it is. Well, friends, thank you again for coming forth. Continue to send your cards and letters. Send them to 2650 West Montrose, Suite 110, Chicago, Illinois, 60618. I'm very happy to read them. I always love seeing your beautiful words on paper and knowing how you're doing. So send forth your energy. And now let us say our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Well, friends, as we are going through this experience, allow this time of isolation or whatever you're doing to be a gift from Spirit. Continue to read, to take online classes, to touch others' lives. Give in your community. Do something that allows you to continue to express the Spirit that is within you. Now, I'll leave you with just a few words. Stay well. I love you. God bless you.